What's going on? It's your boy Virsputin coming at you from the moon. I'm here with my niggers, Jazz in the corner.
Hello, that's me.
We got adverts, the dadverts over there on the chair.
Hello, this is Adverts. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/advertsgtq, instagram.com/advertsgtq. Subscribe to my YouTube at youtube.com/advertsgtq. Thank you.
All right, we got Chumyz on the other side of the pond. Give us a wave, Chumo.
Oh, what's up, dude? My name is Chumyz. I'm Advert's girlfriend, and come on, dude. Was I not supposed to say that?
Don't make me bring up Kadiatu, alright?
Oh,
and an
gotta
unmentioned
go.
guest, an unmentioned host is Llama, who's currently cutting pieces of bread and throwing them in the toaster right now because he can't be bothered. We're coming at you with the hottest new content this side of the Mississippi, hottest, freshest thing in 2018. Unsubscribe from all the YouTubers you have because they're just taking up space. We're hitting you with the truth, 100%. No bullshit, no nothing. We got the realest niggas on the block coming up in here. All right.
Oh no.
That's basically the intro. So, how's everybody doing today?
We're doing good, man. We're doing runs. Promethean code, you know what it is. Still failing runs. I hate my life. It's every day, bro.
All right, let's not do that, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I had something on the agenda to talk about. Can y'all guess what it is?
Destiny.
No, that's kind of gay.
Corrupt mods.
That's the only thing we ever talk about.
You know. But we gotta talk about the birthplace,
turn
like
down.
where it all started.
Yeah.
The whole Adderall start. Everybody's got.
Where did it start?
Yeah, Adverts.
Yeah.
Where were you when HM messaged you saying that you made it in?
Do we really want to talk about this?
Hey man, we're doing the origin story, all right?
Look, man.
Okay, fine.
Don't bring up HM. Don't bring up his name.
Can we call him Tabitha?
Alright, I'm really
Yo, what
about
does
to leak
HM stand for, though?
DMs.
What is
HM left us, just like my dad.
What happened to HM?
He's worthless. What?
I don't know.
Yes.
He's working
Man,
for
shout out to
Nerd Jock.
HM05, man. What a fucking legend in the game, man. People don't remember. He fucking he was the second person to solo hard mode Crota, and he fucked it up.
Crota,
Because
hard
he
raid,
took
by the way.
Okay, so I guess I'll start.
greatest demise.
So 1,000 years ago, what was it? Rise of Iron?
No,
King King.
that was when
he had the clan thing.
dude, that was way before that. That was
It was
the.
before.
Look,
Okay.
man.
Wasn't it Oryx?
Adverts,
No.
we'll make it quick,
really-
okay?
I-
We just
okay,
gotta
I don't-
mention him for a little bit, then we can branch off into the real stuff, alright?
Yeah, make it quick, bro.
Okay, so HM, the grossest player alive, a walking neckbeard, had a clan tryout for this gross clan, Volcanic Lightning. Everybody
Adverts
applied.
passed.
We made it in. He made all these promises. He didn't follow through on any of them. And then it was just the boys. And then we had to whittle out the boys from the men, basically.
Yeah, pizza was in there.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
People don't
shout out
remember-
pizza.
Yo, people don't
Shout out
remember
pizza.
Shout out homogeneous pizza, dude. He was in that clan.
Okay.
Hey, man, I kept up with the click.
Yeah. So yeah, the boys for the men. I had the idea to take all the mission speedrun.com leaderboard, the missions, and everyone thought it was a good idea. So we got to work.
And by everyone, you mean you and me.
So I said, there was maybe like 10 people that came to the new server on Discord, and I proposed the idea, and like 8 of them were like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it." And then
None of them
and I are
could
the
do
only
that
ones
shit.
doing stuff, and people are like, "I'm too busy for runs," or they're like, "Yeah, I ran that, but it was too hard."
I'm getting real
What?
close. I'm a couple seconds off.
Yeah, basically. So then they basically like gave up like a good maybe a few days in while Adverts and I were like grinding. Even Chumyz got a run, which is kind of crazy. And
No, he did not, man. Stop lying to these people, man.
Chumyz had blighted Coven for a little
Look,
bit.
I'll just fast
Yikes.
forward, right? And then
No, there's some stuff like
Yeah,
then,
man. Shout out to Chumyz getting that blighted cover. He never got another IL after that, but
Chumyz is real though. Anywho, so at one point we were like, yeah, this ain't gonna work out. Everyone's saying that they think they in, but they not. So
oh my.
oh, and that's a faggot llama.
Llama,
Llama, we
present
already
yourself. We
started,
already
by the way.
started,
We're
by the
talking about the origin story, so you have to keep quiet. You don't get an intro because you wanted to go bake chili.
Texas toast, man.
Shut up.
Okay,
Wait, can
keep
we
going.
just restart?
No,
No, look, like
no.
it's only been like what 8 minutes.
Nah, stop. No, okay. Back to the action. We made a different server for just me, Adverse, and Chumyz. We're trying to get runs and stuff. It's a lot slower than we think because 8 people down to 3 people, 2 technically, and then we were trying to get more members. So who was someone we met?
Don't no. We're not getting into this.
Let's just say
Change
we got
the-
some unsavory
Look.
members.
And then we joined route, and all of them
No,
wanted
no,
in,
you
but
gotta,
they didn't
you gotta
do
like
shit.
describe Llama's origin because Llama wasn't around for all that. Basically, Llama beat Blighted Coven, Chumyz' only IL, and he beat I think Silent Fang. Is that
Alright,
right?
I had beaten Silent Fang. Llama beat my time. I had my run unlisted. He uploaded. I was like, how'd he do that? And then I beat it a couple hours later, and we invited him.
Yeah, I Skype called him because Discord was down and it was really strange, but we finally got another member, and it was basically us 4. Anyone else is a fraud.
2.5.
If everyone claims to be in it, they're lying.
Dude
Block
was-
them. Block me if you want to. All right, so then route. Adverse, you describe the route story.
I don't. What do you like?
I
Be
mean,
quick,
like you
man.
were messaging like Backspone at the time, and I didn't know, and I was really skeptical about joining stuff.
Look, I was streaming. Baxley whispered me. He said he wanted the whole Adderall squad to join, and I was like, okay, sure.
Oh, we had ring text too. Shout out to ring text, bro.
Yeah, so
Extra Deem member.
Yeah, he didn't like him.
he said he wanted us to join. I was
Okay.
like, sure. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we joined. We were doing stuff. Stuff was getting done. And
And
this
then the rest is history. We don't have to sum that up because that's present history.
we want to get to the present
Present
then. We want to get to like what happened like in the past month.
So essentially, to sum it up in these past 3 months, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do
No,
it. and
tell
then-
him how you killed Roud with numbers.
Oh God.
Basically, a great implosion happened, and basically it was like a coup d'état or whatever the hell they call it in English. I don't know how to pronounce it in French. Basically, we formed a revolution. We took over the king. We killed the king. We beheaded him, and then we decided to steer the ship somewhere else.
Oh my. That's
Alright,
really
can we
accurate.
restart?
I think we gotta.
That's essentially as much as I want to give it,
Yeah,
anyway.
so now we're
much as you wanna
currently in
give it.
Euros. Even though we don't play, we're technically in the Euros. I don't know why we're in, but we technically are.
It was part of the
I'm still-
deal.
I'm trying to do something. Okay, I'm trying to figure out my situation. I don't know
Part
about
of the-
y'all.
It was a part of the deal.
I
What
plan on playing the
situation?
game again.
Destiny's dead.
I will make
All of
my
us will play
comeback
the game
eventually.
again, but we will only play the game after all the changes that were proposed in the recent updates will be completely made.
No,
If-
I don't plan on ever going
Bro,
back.
those changes
Just
are
kick
not
Llama
enough,
now,
homie.
honestly. Okay, so yeah, that's basically where we are now. It's summed up, bro. There's so much left
We're
out that
clearly
actually
not summed up, bro.
Yeah, I
'cause
know. That's
this
what I'm
dude
saying.
just
Like,
said,
there's so much left out. Like the whole like jazz situation was crazy. Like, remember when? What am I allowed to mention? Okay.
You're allowed to mention everything, man. Just
Okay, yeah,
no
100%.
politics,
Remember?
man.
Yeah, no, yeah, all that. What's his name? Baxley kicked you,
Cruelty and dark.
and Dark. That was a bit of a controversy. That anyone want to elaborate? Or you want me to keep going?
So Baxley had DM'd everybody besides
Besides everybody.
Cruelty, Jazz, and Dark.
Bro, that is
we had
not
kicked at
true.
the
Like,
time.
he didn't even DM me. Pretty sure he didn't
Okay,
DM
well,
Llama either.
He DM'd me and Ver, and I know that. He DM'd us with this paragraph, whatever it stated, that he had talked with everybody in the clan, and they all agree with his doings.
Doings.
But he didn't talk to anybody. Nobody agreed.
Yeah, that's kinda
And a
fucked.
couple weeks after he kicked them, Chumyz was talking to him about getting them back because
Shout
we
out
didn't agree
Chumyz.
with them being kicked.
Yeah, he was a
Chumyz
good
is
mediator at that time.
Yeah,
Very good
actually
person.
though, you're not wrong. And shout out
I know we
Chumyz,
got them
everybody. Go
back.
follow Chumyz on everything.
Yeah, that was the first sign of everything where it kind of route imploded. God damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
But I could still see it. I already knew it way behind. It was already well done.
I mean, the thing is, like, me and Advis talked about this for months before that even
About-
happened.
Yeah,
The main reason that the whole leadership of Route went to garbage was because of one person. And mostly, I mean, there's really nothing you can do about it because that one person decided to, choose greed over integrity, and look where he is now. I mean, I'm not gonna say who shall not be named because I don't give no damn clout. But it is what it is
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So
That's
some
like-
people just choose in this gaming community and speedrunning. They choose greed over integrity.
Yeah, I remember Adderall and I were talking about how like. I guess we're gonna throw Redeem finally into the mix. Like, now, especially now, it's most evident that it's more of like a YouTube team other than like a legitimate team. And that's like, I'm not into that scene at all. That shouldn't really be how you approach a game. You should approach something you have passion for, not something that is gonna make you the most money. Like I remember Dado was saying in some update video that like, oh man, I want to play X, but I can't because it's not a good YouTube game. And I'm like, you should play whatever you want, not just be ruled by a website.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, it's like his livelihood, and so he makes
Yeah,
all.
I just think you should never make it your livelihood. Like it's
I
not
mean, if
stable to
that's
be.
what he wants to do, then
I mean, like I can't
why would you
tell
really
him what
care?
not to do. I'm just saying like anyone can do whatever they want, but when it comes to me, like it's not something that I would want to make
Yeah.
my livelihood. Like I have a job now, and I like my job, and if I
But I
want to
guess
move
when you make your
anywhere,
hobby your livelihood, then it's time to find another hobby.
yeah, the hobby should hobby needs to stay. Hobby stays in its own lane. Your life should be in a totally different lane. They shouldn't really mix around. I guess they can mix a little bit, but not to the point where, oh, I need to put the only way I'm gonna put bread on the table this month is if I put insane DPS on my title. Like, okay, so that's why I'm like, whenever I see a video that has something like that, it irks me a little bit.
There's not really much you could do about that, honestly.
Yeah, no, because it's just like because you're in the public eye and like you have to appeal to that. So,
But like, if you don't think you should be able to, or like if you don't think you should play video games and put on YouTube for money, what do you think about people who like do top 10 lists and shit like that, like easy shit?
like,
Justified?
those are like
I don't
easy,
really
like
know
that's
much.
easy money right there. And like, I guess it depends on the person. Like,
Yo, shout out to DPJ for those. Hey, I
like
love them.
yeah, oh, that's stop. Like top 10 lists are, I guess they're sort of entertaining, but like that's a cash cow right there. And I guess still it's.
By the way, top 10 video coming next week. Make sure to subscribe.
I don't know. That's a good question, honestly.
Those guys make their money off of clickbaiting their
I don't
video.
really mind if they clickbait videos. All I care is about if the video's worth the clickbait. All I
Yeah.
care about them.
And
If
like,
it's worth clickbaiting, like sure, I don't really mind being clickbaited with the insane DPS title. Maybe it's to just attract the most of the demographic that plays Destiny, and the only way you can do it is by using stupid titles because they're so. I guess the Destiny community is so. They have a low attention span to realize what is good quote unquote content.
yeah, and I guess like
Most of the Destiny community are like.
I think that's just like
under 14.
standards.
we just said like. So
I don't know.
I
I just
don't think like the general Destiny community has high enough standards to where they can tell
one of the things that really
whether the
bugged
gameplay is
me.
actually good.
let
or not.
average go.
One of the things that really bugged me about like the whole route situation was that I don't know, like they sort of presented themselves as like a team, but it was just like they would only hit us up to if they needed anything for like a video, if they needed like a sixth or Like they would never hit us up like, hey, let's chill, let's just talk in a party.
Yeah.
Cruelty did usually to me.
I don't know. That might be your fault too because you guys kind of segregated yourself. Hey.
I mean,
Hey.
to be fair, like two
I'd say
clans merging, we're used to people in each clan are used to the people in their own clan. So
Yeah, that's the main problem. You kind of just create the circles of people that you talk to.
I mean, I
So-
don't know,
I
like
talk to
we were
people.
pretty cool with like Cruelty or
Yeah. No,
Me,
you still are.
I talk to Dark all the time. Talk to Cruelty.
I haven't
Of
talked to
course.
Dark, but I haven't talked to him enough to be honest. Yeah, and there were like people that were in the clan, and I was like in it for a month, and I still haven't like talked to them or knew where they were. And I guess like I'll take sort of some of the blame for that.
I think me and Chumyz got like started off really well because I think like the first weekend we joined Route, me and Chumyz played trials card with almost everyone in Route. So
Yeah,
that worked.
even me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where people found out how good I was at PvP. Show these burgers what's up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So like now we're here in this weird
Hmm.
awkward state. The
We're technically heroes, but
The
we haven't
cash-
played Destiny in a while.
I mean, that's
Yikes.
not why we're in this state. We're in this state because Destiny, not because of
yeah,
Klein.
Destiny 2, like being a tank, it totally like contributed to a lot of the mess.
Yep.
A lot of people's
I got made
tries.
fun of by let's see. I got made fun of Modern Tryhard, Rubber, Error, Flash. We're saying that D2 was gonna be a horrible game, and for saying that like that time skating doesn't take skill.
Bro,
Everything
It's
like
more
that.
it's in that game. It's more trick based and movement based, and the tricks are really like bland.
I don't even think there's tricks in that game.
There are some, but they're not like huge.
Yeah,
It's
they're-
more like finding some sort of skip.
No, the problem is that the tricks in comparison to Destiny 1
Yeah,
are
they're
so
not. Yeah,
bland that
definitely
they
not
don't.
the
I
same
don't
at
even
all.
consider them tricks.
Like it's completely movement based in this, and it's fast paced.
All I care about is movement based.
Yeah.
You can't sparrow fly in the game.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, and that's another thing. Like,
I know why they did it though. I know why they removed it, just because people were going
I
out
mean,
of bounds and
would you
shit.
even consider it a trick if the average player can do it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Like, it's a high end like maneuver, I guess.
Yeah. It's not really. It's not even high end.
kill cast,
So
but,
then
like makes it.
I don't know though. Like,
Sorry.
what's a trick to you in D2?
Like
Anything that
speedrunning
requires
trick?
a button combo that you cannot do with like normal combo, just pressing one button, you cannot just do.
Remember that one like the three I put up that guide on speedrunning, and there was like three things that I had uploaded. It was like the stupid blink. Yeah, I don't
I'm
care
gonna
if you
be
didn't.
honest. I didn't
yeah.
fucking.
I don't care if you didn't read it. I didn't expect many people to. But there was like that double blink with the sword. There was like the sparrow skate. That's not really a trick. I mean, that's not really like a high end trick. That's really easy. You do,
But it is a trick.
yeah, you could do it on accident, but it still is a trick because there's
If
I
you're
guess different
used to
levels of it. It could be really
uh,
good or really bad.
What'd you say, Lama?
Like if you had sparrow skating from Destiny 1 down, you already had it down for Destiny 2. So
Yeah, of course. Because this game borrows from I'm pretty sure it's the same engine as D1. It's just better.
I mean, it doesn't even add anything on top of it. The problem is they only took the core, removed, I don't know, 90% of the fucking content in the game, and that's like, it feels like not even alpha version of D1. Like,
it's kind
just like bare bones.
Yeah,
like,
they showed the
stripped
crap
out.
out of that because they in their marketing campaign, they always kept saying like they stole all our light and they like took down the tower, so we lost all our weapons and shit, and so it would imply that we would lose like everything, like our jumps, our sparrows, everything.
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely could have taken it a different route that would have made it way better. But they sort of
Which,
I mean,
in
it was
fact-
obvious that they did all this to like
appeal to
decrease the skill gap
Yeah.
and make it more casual friendly, but they went way too far.
Yeah, now the community just complaining that it's too easy, that it's just too slowed down.
like even the casuals from Destiny 1 who came over say it's too easy, which is a problem.
And I'm not surprised. I understand how the game plays. It's too easy. It's not tactical enough. I mean, I don't know if you consider team shot meta tactical. There's really nothing interesting when it goes on into a PvP match. You kind of just get your occasion, like 1 time per game super. You win your gunfights if you get first shot or if you get a team shot, and that's it. You
Yeah.
can't really. You can't really win gunfights in this
For a
game.
while, I was thinking about how to make D2 better, like bringing the things from D1 to it. But at
Which they're
some
doing, yeah.
point, yeah. But even when they're doing it and they're announcing all these updates and shit, like you see all these videos on YouTube where people are saying that that's not enough. Like it's too little, too late.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like as I was gonna say, at some point you just stop thinking about how to make D2 better and just like you just think to like
How to move
scrap
on.
all the thing and then
Yeah,
I
like
guess
moving on is a big
either
deal.
moving on, but they can't just like move on from Destiny. Like if they has this like 10-year-old plan or whatever, or 10 not old but 10-year plan.
I think Destiny
have
2
to
still has a
stick
chance
to
to
it.
be a really good game, if not maybe better than Destiny 1, but only if they're able to build upon what Destiny 1 did and kind of innovate from there.
Yeah,
I think they're
build
going at a
upon
good.
D1. They should just like scrap D2 and start from D1 ended and not like get rid of the
I think they
content.
could have still worked in the special and power ammo like system from the weapons, but I don't know why they scrapped it. I
But
thought it was fine. I
would
don't.
that be enough for you to start playing
Um,
it again?
no.
It
I
wouldn't
just
for
don't think.
me.
I
I
think the
want
main
the
problem is that
movement.
the
I want the
content is just so
special.
bland. I think just the content itself is bland. Like I think because we oversaturated the game so much when we first started, especially doing all those damn patrols, doing every single strike to get every single type of highest gear as fast as possible, you kind of oversaturate the game to a point that you really cannot replay any of the activities without just feeling like, okay, this is just too much.
Like
But at the same time, you
But
could
we
use.
did.
too easy to do it though.
Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, I feel like Destiny 1 is unique for that because I think in terms of its replayability, it probably stands out above D2 in every single place.
Not probably. It definitely does. That was my point. Like even though you're saying that, like it gets or it should get stale, like it never did for us, and we like played it on daily.
I
Yeah.
think another
And
thing with that
nobody
is like,
nobody does
sorry.
that with D2. So
Another thing
my
with that
point
is
is that
just
there's
like,
so
oh,
many
sorry.
problems with D2 that I don't think it's worth fixing. Like I'm just saying they should go straight back to D1, and I guess I don't
Would
know,
you say,
start from
Lama?
there.
No, that's
I was,
fucking.
it was me. I was
Yeah,
just
what
gonna
were
say
you?
like,
Oh no.
I feel like there's like a level of not competency, but for the lack of a better term, like childlike wonder when it comes to a game. Because like D1, I had like no hardcore PvE experience, and I went in as a casual, and like with that, and for a lot of other people, that like retains a lot of attention. And then going into D2, you have this hardcore mindset, and you're like blazing through everything just for min-maxing level and stuff like that. And I feel like that's how it was for a lot of games because everybody recalls games from like the early 2000s that were great, like Halo and some of the early Call of Duties and stuff like that. Like I'm sure everyone can name some sort of game from their childhood that they thought was like perfect. And I feel
I
like,
could the D1, yeah, but D1 was like the first game that I felt like was the perfect.
yeah. So like I loved Ratchet and Clank like for the PlayStation growing up, and I thought that game was amazing. But like if I had never played that and I played that now, like having played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 or Destiny 1 really for so long, I probably wouldn't like it as much because I'd go in with this mindset of okay, let me just get the max level so I
Yeah,
can
just
impress.
Oh, yeah,
as fast as possible.
And I think that
I see.
mindset has like sort of
Like,
seeped over to like everyone who's getting older, basically, because
yeah.
like you hear about so much hate in games and how they don't have X, and X was from some game from 2005.
Yeah,
So it's like,
that's just a part of growing up with gaming. I would
yeah,
say.
I
Just
mean
kind
that.
of.
I agree, but like I feel like that's also part of the company. Is like they're making it more microtransaction friendly and stuff like that. Like
oh
they're
yeah, that's a big
like
problem.
they are, or it's partly us, but it's also partly them from like not trying to entertain us, more trying to make money.
hmm I remember I was playing Halo 4 the other day, and that the armor system they had was like pretty much like the best one before Halo 5 because I think they had like a system called commendations, and if you wanted a piece of armor, it was linked to some sort of commendation, and if you saw somebody wearing specific sets, like I'm pretty sure there was some set called Protector Mastery or something, you had to get mastery level for like every single weapon in the game. So seeing someone walking around with that, you'd know they were the real deal, as opposed to seeing someone walk around with some skin in Overwatch because you know that they dumped $50 into a game.
Yeah.
So
I think for Overwatch, well, like most people don't buy shit from Overwatch because like if you play enough, you'll get it. Well, like I get what you mean.
yeah, it's just like there's no meaning to it. Like COD Ghost even had it okay to where doing specific challenges you could unlock stuff. Like the gear that was linked to Clan Wars. Like that stuff looked really cool, and if you saw someone with that, you know that they played the game a lot.
Shout out to Reddit Black. That was the best Clan Wars clan I've ever had.
But no, like royalty armor from what's it called? Advanced Warfare is just hope you get lucky from a box.
Advanced Warfare honestly sort of like ruined the entire gaming industry.
That's such a, you said that in such a, bold statement.
That game was like the first game, in my opinion, that like microtransactions to a whole different level, and like
you're not wrong. And even then, I was like, yeah, this
dude.
loot box shit's just this is not. Why are people doing this?
Like that was the first game that really showed how far gaming developers could go to get money out of the kids with their parents' credit cards.
Suckers, dude.
Bro, my frame rate's getting big.
Hey man, microtransactions, I'll never pay an Eververse, man. I don't do microtransactions. I'm an advocate for never spending more than $80 on a game or a bunch of DLC. And that's it, man. I will never spend a single cent more because I'm not part of that crap. I don't do that.
Yeah,
it's not my lane.
Don't buy it, guys. You gotta boycott them. Vote with your
there's
dollars.
no point to, man. I'm not paying for pixels, man. I'm not that stingy, man.
I'm not paying for... You're not wrong.
And microtransactions, you gotta talk about a fucking, what is it, Battlefront 2, right?
It's funny because I remember like the old one that was actually like that baked, but you know the new one.
Yeah, this new
one's going under fire for all sorts of stuff.
$4 billion or some shit they lost because of that.
Yeah, so
prayers, man. Suckers, man. All those dudes at Wall Street on suicide watch after this one.
Oh my goodness. I don't know any glitch spots in the moon.
But yeah, man. It is what it is, man.
It's where we're gonna be at for a while. So that's like my main message to everybody was just like play something else. Like play something you enjoy. But
yeah,
then
man.
Yeah, exactly. Play something you enjoy and that you don't feel like it's a chore and you don't feel like you're getting cheated. That's how you should go in any game. So even if you want to play a whole new game type, like if you've been playing FPSs all your life, play something else. Like if you may end up liking strategy and you'll be completely blind to strategy and it'll be like you're reliving that childlike type shit. Because I remember playing strategy like, I don't know, after playing Battlefield on PC for 2 years, and it was actually really fun.
Honestly, if I was to give a tip for anybody, for my opinion, I would say put the game down. Don't play Destiny 2 right now. Play it maybe when the expansion comes out to just try out the Prestige Leviathan and a new raid layer. And then after that, you probably want to wait until either the Comet expansion or the Taken King level expansion that's going to come out by this fall, because we all know it's coming out and we're going to get charged another $40. But it might be, that is the one time that Bungie can redeem themselves completely. It remake the entire game, because last time they had the Taken King expansion, they remade the entire light system, and they remade everything. And we're probably gonna have a new raid there. So if you actually want new raid content with new enemies and new areas, then it's probably your way.
You're not wrong.
We just gotta hope that they make some crazy changes that actually fixes the game. Cross our fingers.
Yeah, we'll see, man. They said that they were working on like fixing the entire system of weapons, like primary, secondary, and whatever is it, power ammo, whatever the fuck it is.
They better just put a
shotgun
shotgun
really
and a rocket
or
in my
did you
hand.
read
No,
that
no, they said that they were looking to like maybe integrate like maybe snipers onto the secondary slot and like shotguns into the secondary slot.
They just mean fighting lion, bro. They're just gonna have like different modeled fighting lions.
I also want to criticize the Bungie designers. I really don't know what the hell they're doing, especially with the exotics, man. I don't know why, but the exotics have just gotten worse over time. Like, I just think they're boring as hell.
Hey man, like a third of them are just based on reloads.
Honestly, like, I cannot think of a
Maybe even
single time
half.
exotic that I would think about using that is even good in any other place except maybe whatever the chest piece that gives you, like,
War rig, yeah, like war rig and lion ramparts for me. That's
no,
basically
the
it.
chest piece that gives you a cool, like, gives you like a solar cooldown on grenades. I don't know.
I do not know what that is, and also, like, why would I know or use it? Because it sounds pretty insignificant. If
Is
you
it on the
ask me.
Titan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the time. The chest piece.
The Halifier heart?
Yeah.
That was
I
like the
actually
only,
like that chest piece.
yeah, that was like the only one I used when I like.
And then you have the boots that I forgot what they're called. The ones
Lion
that give you
ramparts.
no, not those.
Oh, dune marchers.
The Doom Marchers. I don't know. They give you faster speed or something. That's why everybody uses them or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember the stats. I haven't played that game in months.
I liked
Dune
war
March.
rig and what's it called? That one. Lion ramparts.
But yeah, I mean, in Destiny, the difference is that Destiny, I thought you could have used so many exotics. Even randoms use different exotics. Now you got randoms using the same exotics.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
I mean, look, you have the fast res helmet for the Warlock. You got the Sunbreakers. You got the freaking the double melee Warlock gloves. I can't even, dude. There's literally so much. Oh my goodness.
Well, you're not wrong.
Well, I mean, Destiny 1, if you're playing on site, and there are very few times you're not using Twilight Garrison.
I mean,
He's not.
true.
He is not wrong at all. The only time you weren't running it is if like
You didn't get it.
you were doing a challenge on. If
But
you
that
were
was
high
just
end, you were doing a
because
Hunter.
challenge.
kite skating was like such a drug. Like if it wasn't for that, then like it doesn't mean that Titan didn't have other exotics that would be really like useful or usable.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like for like one teleport access,
Like
you have to whatever.
what are the defender gauntlets called? Like the ones that would be
No backup plans.
yeah, like those were amazing.
Yeah, those are really good.
You had the shoulder charge boots.
Oh, the Greaves.
Damn, dude.
There was just so much like there's so many possible loadouts, and they would all change your playstyle dramatically compared to D2. Like in D2, you can just slap on whatever the fuck. It'll give you maybe like reload speed or some shit, but like no biggie.
Yeah, bro. No big.
But yeah,
No point.
I think
Exactly.
the main thing that I can take out of this is that one thing that they are doing in terms of time scaling, like you were talking about, is they are I think they did something. They're talking about modifying strafe lift and catapult and increasing its uniqueness, is what they said. Its
I can't
uniqueness
wait.
as a jump, and they're also increasing the base movement speed of like running, anything like that, for all characters, and they're also making a greater significance of the I think agility stat or movement stat, whatever it's called in the game, make it mean more or something. So yeah.
Yeah, mean more.
They said they were increasing the max speed that a character reaches well.
Yeah. I want to see what they do with the jump. I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently there's already some gameplay of what it looks like. I think Dado has a video if you guys want to go check it out. Not
I want to
selling
check
it
out
out,
that
by the
really
way.
quick.
There was a video of Dado showing gameplay with a Void Walker from the update or with the intended updates into Destiny 2, and you could kind of just see let me just say the Void Sentinel or whatever they call it is pretty fucking fast.
Who knows? Maybe.
Or at least it was dashing pretty fast if I remember.
If they keep buffing shit, I'm happy. I don't care.
Yeah, more buffing. I cannot stand nerfs, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sort of playing too passive when they're like balancing shit. Like they don't want anything to be overpowered, but things being overpowered is what makes games fun.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, I think about it, because we got all this information after the Deech has been silent about anything and everything, but instead the developers have to be the one that tell us information because Deech is kind of just touching himself in the background. No shots though, because I know he doesn't play the game at all. He's just doing his job. But I mean, dude, you're the community manager, man. Please say something.
What is there to say?
I mean, I don't think I find it great that the what is it? I think the creative director, or whatever it was, the lead for Destiny 2 at the moment, is Chris Barrett, and he's talking a lot about fixing the game, talking a lot on Twitter, just making a lot of conversation happen. Even Cosmo on Reddit is talking a lot, which is good. I mean, I'm not complaining. But I don't know why the creative director is even responsible of handling community interactions when you have 3 community managers doing that job, which they should be doing that instead of the director.
Yeah.
That's what they were hired to do, to manage the community, not the director.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
But it's also the fact that they took out lore. Oh my god, I love the lore. I was such a lore fag.
Yeah, read that Reddit. Read that. What's it called? Grimoire. Remember the Grimoire grind?
Bro, there was like some dude on Reddit. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for mentioning that again. There was a dude on Reddit selling like I don't know those calcified fragments from the Dreadnought. He made a book of all of them, and he was selling that shit. I was like, what, dude? Are you serious? Be like, yeah, it's like $50 for the whole thing. I'm like, what?
How is that not like plagiarism?
But it is.
It, it is.
Bungie's not pressing charges. Oh, I just fell off the map.
Maybe they didn't think it was real. Maybe thought it was a joke.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a joke. It's not serious.
Well, yeah, man.
So
If you guys
scary.
wanted any good recommendations for any other games to play from Destiny 2, I would say Monster Hunter World. Hey, get that for console. That shit lit. All those normies, they're all there. All the Japanese dudes, they're loving that shit. You know, Japanese. Hey, if you want a good tip, any of you gamers, by the way, out there in the audience, man, if you guys want to know good games to play, man, look at the Japanese people, man. They know what the hell good games are, man. Like I trust them. They actually do know good games. I'm not shilling. I know it might sound like shilling, but it is true. Those guys know good games. Gimme.
Alright, gimme.
But yeah, man, dude, let's talk about alternatives for Destiny 2, man. Like, what games have we
Can
been
touch on that for a
playing
little
from
bit.
Destiny since we've been away from Destiny? What games have we been doing, man?
Start with adverts.
Yeah,
What
adverts.
do
What do
you
you?
see?
Spotify and
GTA
Oh,
5, baby.
GTA. Yeah.
Yeah, Chumyz recently has been gotten into a couple months of just role playing in a GTA 5 server most of the time.
I don't even know where this role playing meme came from, to be honest.
no.
But
I didn't
I'm
hear
not
about it
even
till
gonna
not too long
comment
ago.
on it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I guess it's like if you guys know about VR chat, it's like that, but you know you're not. It's not VR.
Bro, I want to try that shit out. VR chat looks so fun.
Bro, I will never try out VR chat because remember, it was like I was gonna be. This is my idea. I was gonna start at a cult. I was gonna start a gigantic cult in VR chat where I was gonna have like 30,000 people listening to me make speeches in VR chat about like integrity and about morals, moral
Oh my,
code that you should have
this
about it
boat
in
again.
gaming.
It would be fucking
Dream
fun.
went down the toilet.
Yeah. But I don't know. It might still work. Maybe one day, maybe with this PC, I might be able to hook up the. I don't know. Actually, I don't. You don't have to have a VR headset to be able to play VR chat, but maybe one day I'll
Yeah.
cop
Oh
one.
yeah, just don't get hands and shit.
Yeah, you can use your mouse to control it and crap.
hmm What about what's his name? Liamo. What do you play outside of D2?
Bro, I'm just on that Overwatch and Fortnite grind.
Dude, have you been watching the Overwatch League, bro?
Yeah, I have. My fucking
Bro,
team.
let's get it, bro. You London Spitfire team 2, huh?
I'm fuel hard, man. Hard. 5. Oh, it's a rough.
Or
Is it just
Llama's
me or is he lagging?
Llama's audio just did a dippo. Oh goodness me.
Okay, I did hear what you said, Llama. You said you were a Dallas Fuel.
Dallas Fuel Hoodoo?
Dallas Fuel, man, but they're at the bottom of the league right now. It's rough. It's hard in Dallas Fuel.
Bottom
Man.
of the ninth.
Yo, shout out Llama, smallest room in the Adderall house. You know
Yeah,
what it
Llama
is.
gets
He's
the
getting the
closet.
Yeah, we're
closet.
currently pitching in money together. We're gonna buy a house. I don't know how
Yeah,
it's
we're
gonna
buying a
work out.
house. Y'all ready for our house? Better move off the block because we
We're
gonna
gonna
be
start doing the
loud.
vlogs.
Yeah.
Shout out to FaZe Clan for those, man. Selling out every day, baby. Gimme.
Yeah, like oh, there. Don't even get me started.
We're
I
taking
mean, when you think about it, they're in the same boat. Their game fucking died.
Yeah, and now they're
the
racing
fuck,
cars
bro?
and racetracks for video.
On topic of the Adderall house, though, we're taking applications for a chef.
It only can be a
Yo,
woman
never
chef,
forget that
female
fool
chef.
Blaziken
You
is now
have to be
called Phase
simple, and you
Blaze. He's
have to
making
be.
music, man.
Phase Blaze, dude.
Can anybody has anyone ever heard Phase Blaze music,
Yes,
dude?
I heard about
What
that.
the fuck is that shit, man? I swear
Stop.
on my life, this dude is making rap music. I'm like, what is going on, man?
Stop.
I am
He's
Man,
easily
I
the
like-
worst one there.
Yes, he's horrible, man.
This music is so bad.
Here's my. Let's try and get back into some juice, some meat.
Okay.
All right, because you just reminded me. So their game died, and they're moving on to all this BS. How do you feel about the Redeem boys? Is their game dying? Are they moving on to BS? Will they move on to BS?
You mean Squirt's
Listen, man, this is what it is, basically, man. Like,
Let's gauge the room. Let's see what everyone got to say. Llama, you sound like a old brick.
what were you gonna say?
Oh, getting over it. Fucking getting over video. Oh no, it was tier 1. I fucking love that shit.
I watched a little bit of it, and I was honestly just watching him to make memes out of.
Look, man, all I gotta say is Redeem. Look, man, I'm gonna remain as real as possible.
Hey,
I like
that's what we're here
Sweatcicle.
for.
I like Sweatcicle. He's a cool dude. I talked to him. He's a cool dude.
Vesicle's cool.
Glad is cool too. I like him. He's a good dude, man.
I don't want to voice my
Gay
opinion
gang
on
in this
Glad.
bitch. He's probably gay. He probably doesn't want to admit it. I don't know if he's admitted he's gay. Anybody else I have a problem with? But mostly just a couple people because I feel like a lot of their players are just really just egotistical and just really just backstabbing losers. And that's just my personal opinion.
Driven.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
And I mean, Baxley's joining Redeem soon because, you know, he's already dick sucking flesh half of the time, so.
Oh my god.
I thought he already joined.
I thought he already joined too.
He's basically in, yeah.
Wait, y'all serious about this?
Yeah, I swear to God on my life.
Because he uploaded the last Leviathan speedrun. He was with like Sweat, Indica, and Glad or whatever.
And this is one of the, and this point of Baxley kind of doing
What we call
speedruns
that,
with the game. Yeah, this kind of point that Baxley was doing speedruns with them is kind of the point that we made a long time ago when Baxley originally made a video in which he was defending Redeem for doing the coil glitch, doing the world's first, which again we have no problem with. None of us here care.
Yeah, I don't care.
But the fact that he had to make a video again defending him was already a sign, something.
I want their shade of Baxley because like once again he picked us up, but like there were some things done that were questionable.
Hey, but don't get it. Anybody who listens here, don't get it twisted, man. He can call us as much as we want, but we're not the fake ones, okay? He's the fakest one of all of us. It's the reason why we exiled him. Is the reason why we crucified him. We put him. You know how in the French Revolution they took that one king and they chop off their heads. That's what we did. We riled up the people together and we chopped off their heads.
I don't know about all that, but
using pixels, by the way.
We chopped off their head with a guillotine of pixels.
Yeah, I think the way I saw it was like I remember. I don't want to like mention DMs or anything private, but I think I can say that like Baxley. How old is he? Like 15 or 16?
16.
Like his job, and I'll say quote unquote job because that's what I think it is. Like YouTube, like that's his somewhat livelihood. I remember him one time like saying how he just wanted to stop it and like wanted to like get a real job.
Go get a real job, man. Like, damn, bro.
And like I'd rather a legitimate job than a video game job. But anywho, I remember he was talking about numbers one day, and I'm recalling that moment, like seeing him joining Redeem now as this like money team, like a YouTube clan. It makes sense how he would want to play with people who want the mindset of wanting to get money, as opposed to us that just like want to chill and do stuff as like Jazz said, like integral and such like that.
Integrity, man. That's all I care about, man.
That's what I'm about.
Because hey, man, look, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Baxley talked shit about all those players that he played with in the Leviathan raid. All maybe except Glad. He
Everyone
called,
easily
he
has
called
said
them
something about
horrible, man.
everyone else.
Yes,
Easily.
exactly. But you got to be unless he publicly apologized to them, unless he went and said, "As like, hey guys, I know I said a lot of shit," and unless I know I talked a lot of shit behind their back, and I did it in front too, and I'm sorry. I want to apologize. I want to be a bigger man. I want to join your team. I want to do this. I want to do that. Let's come together
That's
as a
one
team and do
thing.
that shit. But I'm guessing he didn't do that because I know the kid is too young to be able to do that as a man. But again,
Too young.
I mean, I would do that because, frankly, I don't really give two shits.
If someone confronts me about something, I'll own up to it. I remember something had happened. I won't say their name or anything. Adverts knows what it was about. They confronted me about something, and they called me out, and they provided. I think they
Exactly.
provided evidence. I don't
Yeah,
remember,
yeah, of
but like
course.
I basically just owned up to it. I'm not trying to brag,
I'm just
and it
like that.
sound
I've
like
owned up
bragging,
to.
but
I've
that's
never
how it should
said that
be.
I haven't fucked up. Like I fucked up a couple
Oh
of
yeah,
times.
I
I'll admit it.
easily have done
But
so
the
much
problem is
crap.
that like whenever I know that I'm just gonna be confident on my actions. I told anybody who I've ever called out, anybody ever, like if you want to talk to me, you want to have a conversation, you want to deal with this problem,
Bro,
then
and
just
that's the thing.
DM me. Then just literally DM me. Just say, hey, like, hey, bro, can we talk real fast? I'm like, yeah, sure,
People don't.
anytime, homie.
Yeah, people don't even want to conversate. Like
Like
the
I'll
whole starting the speedrun our Discord server, the new one for speedrunning. Like that's a don't get me started about how it is now. But like barely anybody in Redeem or in the old in the other Discord that was related to Redeem didn't want to join. And like I remember just DMing Flush about like certain things. Like I asked him a question about PoE leaderboards, and he gave me the most like he gave me like a rude answer. I think I asked him about timing, like when do I start something, and then he just said check forms. And I checked them, and I'm like, huh, that sounds wrong. I asked the core, turns out it was wrong, and they never took it down. So he was being rude for no reason because he was in the wrong. And then there was another time where he said he had uploaded all the adventures, and he said to PM him if he was missing one. I got a record somewhere. I PM'd him about it, and he added it, but he never replied that he did. So
but
like
it's also, I mean,
there's your mod slash redeem member being
the problem with that
nice.
is, again, we can go into this point because I think a lot of people here have a lot to say here. I'm not sure, but it's kind of the fact that the Destiny, specifically the Destiny speedrun mod or moderation team or group, because it's not
I was
really
kind of
it's not
hoping
really
you'd get
two
this.
people, it's not really whatever amount of people. Like, I'm no sucker. Okay, it's the entire team making changes. It's They don't really know what the fuck to do. Okay, they don't know how to make rules. I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't know how to make rules. I
They
like
can't even
Silver. He's a
spell
very
them
good.
correctly.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
Adverse is a
like.
lot to
Okay,
say
look.
on the topic.
Recently they added. Who did they add? They added Trade Kirk and they added Silver to the Destiny 2 moderation team. So I think it's now
They're
Flesh, Fish,
they're
Silver,
I'll
and
correct
Trade
you really quick. They're like verifiers. They're not officially mods. I
Kirk.
think they can verify runs, but
Okay.
it's some sort of form of the moderation team.
Okay.
Just
The
let you
main
know.
problem is that most of the rules for the current categories of Destiny 2 are really, really fucking vague, and they make
Yeah,
no
that's a.
sense.
I remember showing adverts a while ago. There was some game SSX, some snowboarding game, and that game has like maybe 10 runners, but the rules are so well written that me not knowing a thing about how to run that game, I can clearly understand all the rules that they want. But then you go into our speedrunning rules with a game that has like 500 players or whatever it is now, and things aren't even capitalized right. So like, yeah, okay.
I think the one thing that they do have to work out is first I mean, I don't know if there's anything that I would change of the rules immediately, and I could say that it could be changed easily, is first is you get all your verifier, all your mods together, and then you make them sign a form validated by the admins of the entire speedrun.com website that says, I will not violate the rules. I will not, what would you call it? I will not violate the rules. I will not
Fuck up.
something essentially something about non-corruption, a non-corruption agreement to all the moderators and all the verifiers. And it's
Yeah.
something that says that any moderator, verifier, whatever the fuck, is not allowed to accept their own runs because of integrity and overall.
Yeah, that's. Did I already show you the Like the messages I was sending to other people who run
No,
games.
don't be sending me no damn messages. I'm tired of it.
I didn't
That
send
wouldn't
you.
be their fault.
No,
That would
no.
be
I
the
remember a while ago I
speedrun.com
was talking
team
to some
fault, like-
people who like moderated the Ratchet and Clank series, and I was talking to them about like our moderators, and I had mentioned a few things, and one of the things they specifically mentioned was mods should not, like I repeat, should not verify their own runs. And then I see Fish's like I don't know what run it was, but his description was like corrupt mod verifies his own run in 2018, and I'm like, yes, that is corrupt. Stop trying to meme yourself. That's actually bad. Don't do that.
I would also like something that says in the rules that says all moderators will time runs based on their own timer, at least 1 or 2 times depending on the situation of the, and will give the final call based on the run.
Adverts. I
And
know you
if
have a lot of...
if the player has a like confusion or like doesn't agree with the verdict of the mod on the timing, then he can appeal. Like he
Yeah,
can make
essentially.
there can be an appeal form that says like, hey, I think this should be changed because of this the reason.
Yeah, and like, yeah, you're right. Adverts. I know you have a lot of experience when it comes to submitting runs to the wonderful speedrun.com.
Look,
Would you
man,
like to...
I have pages and pages of DMs with Zakora and a ton of other runners that have had just disgusting experiences with these people. I single-handedly made these idiots change Destiny 1 to RTA because they couldn't fucking abide by their own rules that they had written.
Can you give us a little context of the situation? So people...
Well, we had Jazz's run.
And the
Jazz
Tenebra's
ran
tunnel.
Tenebra's Tunnel,
Tenebra's
yeah.
Tunnel. It was an in-game timer glitch.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it was like 14 seconds off or something, but they didn't accept it. But in the rules, it clearly states it goes off of in-game time. So a couple weeks later, I ended up getting a 57-second Fist of Crota,
Which is a big deal, by the way.
which was
Yeah, that's...
also an in-game timer glitch. And I ended up DMing Zakora, and I was asking him whether or not they would accept it. He basically told me no, and I went to the rules. I got him clear screenshots. I showed him exactly where it said the runs get verified off of the fucking in-game time. The next morning, I wake up, the Destiny speedrunning Discord, there's an ad everyone that says the game has changed the RTA.
Yeah, I think that also hurt the community a lot. A lot of people didn't want to do RTA, which is really funny, but
I don't mind if it's RTA.
that was a big deal. Like, I don't mind RTA either.
I don't
That was
mind
just a big
RTA,
deal.
but the problem is that is the way that they went about it, because
Yeah, it was...
it's the way that they go about it, because when they changed it to RTA, they made my run second place on the non-SRL thing because I had a better run, because I got a better run with a better RTA time, but the in-game time somehow was still glitched on it. I don't know why, but with that, they basically made it so only that my run was timed by RTA. Every single other run was not timed in RTA in the past. So every single run before mine will stick, even though the RTA and IGT do not match up.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like, they made... that was a really big change, and I think just because of there were so many runs, they were just like, yeah, we're just not going to update it unless someone points out one that's clearly like a problem, or
Which I
a
did.
run gets updated.
Which I did for one run, and then the nibba beat it. I was like, okay, sucker.
So, yeah. I remember, I'm not sure if I can reference this. This is something me and Adverts were talking about. How, like, I don't know how, like, speedrun.com mods, how it's primarily like redeem, and how when they picked up the verifiers, they were neutral parties, quote unquote.
Silver
So
is
they
not
keep...
as much as I like Silver, he's not really neutral, I'll be honest with you.
I don't know if I want to say anything on that topic. I probably will, but like, it
mean,
seems like I won't make the accusation because I don't have anything to go off of. But it seems like because of it's primarily Redeem that's moderating D2, that they're just trying to keep everyone else, like at least in Euros or in a team, from moderating it as well?
Is it too much to ask that a single Euros member gets fucking mod?
Yeah, that's not too much to ask, especially
Or
when
at least
we run the game.
more moderators. I don't understand why they keep it so tightly nicked. One of the arguments they always made I don't know, they've never made an argument towards having like a small mod like staff. I don't understand what the point of that is. Would it not be more efficient to have a bigger mod staff of at least 6+ people?
I think like maybe 4 would be good if there was like
no, there's
2 from
currently
each team.
4. I'm saying that like a big
I'm
mod,
not counting the
I want
verifiers.
I'm talking like at least 6 people moderating runs, like actually like making rules, modifying rules, viewing runs, calling what run is what, saying that.
And I think like the purpose of the other like the original goal of like PDF when we had like the system of where if you were a team leader, like Route, Redeem, Euros, whatever, you got admin so that if there was something that happened within speedrun.com that the majority didn't like, the leaders could go up to the mods and at least like have a chance and have a say because their word means more than the average person. Not like that's elitist or anything, but when you have this group of like let's say 6 people who all run the game harder than Tommy over there who's run restoration and got a 247 solo time.
That's pretty good.
Like you'd think that their word would mean more than just these 2 moderators. Like if they're all experiencing a problem, the moderators can't just say, "Oh no." They can't just cancel out that there's a problem. And that's what they did, like basically.
Yeah.
Like because it's two redeem members, it's so easy for someone in that clan to say, "Oh," for them to be lenient with them basically, as opposed to someone outside of a team. Like let's say
Or
if
just
they're
have a
competing with a
bias
team.
towards their players.
Yeah.
Which I know it's been done before because I mean, Average mentioned this, but there was a run in which Rubber did of an adventure, which wasn't even like it was so fucked up in timing, but it was still verified for some fucking bloody reason.
It didn't even show adventure complete. It was like 15 seconds off of the adventure complete.
Yeah, it didn't what he said. I was like, what the fuck is going on? How does this get through a moderation? I'm like,
And
oh,
like
yeah.
another thing I heard when I was talking to the people who moderated Ratchet and Clank, I mentioned there was one time when Jukes like didn't watch my runs and he just straight up verified them. And like I feel honored that he trusts me, but I also want my runs to be scrutinized like everybody else's. I don't want anyone getting a free pass in their run that even if they're trusted by even if they're like the top speedrunner, the most integrity, like someone who represents the most integrity, I still want them to get scrutinized just as much as a shady person.
What'd you say, Llama?
I didn't even hear Llama speak. I can't even hear Llama. Is Llama talking?
Yeah, he's talking right now.
I cannot hear him. Hello, Llama.
I can hear you.
I can't hear him, bro.
You have him.
I'm fine.
You have him muted.
I don't have him muted. I didn't do anything. I can. Should I go on and wait for him to like interrupt me? I'll do that. I forgot what I was talking about.
No, wait. Just give it a second. Llama talk. Just what were you gonna say? What?
I still can't hear him. I'll let you know if I hear him, but like at one point I just gotta like let him interrupt me, or he has to interrupt somebody because I still can't hear him.
Mm.
But yeah, like Jukes had just verified my 2 runs, and I knew that he didn't look at them because I submitted like a 15-minute about POE, and then I submitted a 6-minute mission in the morning. I couldn't tell you, like maybe 8 a.m. ish, and I was like, okay, it's probably gonna get verified in 3 hours to the end of the day, and that's fine. I didn't care. But I checked back in like 10 minutes, and they were both verified, and 10 minutes wouldn't have been enough to watch the POE. So
yeah, it's also the fact that their rules are really updated for some reason. Like, I don't even think like any of the current speedrun world records are not even allowed to be on freaking speedrun.com
you're not wrong.
because of
Destiny 1
like
records.
because of like unupdated rules. Like the rules doesn't like the problem is that their moderation. I don't know why, but they're so stingy in changing rules and just messing with the overall like anything rule set. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And it's also the fact that, again, I'm going to make this argument. I don't know why they don't do this, but for some reason they don't want to change it so it's console into PC for
I'm
different.
pretty sure that's already been like debunked. I remember, what's his name? Flesh was trying to make an argument that give it a month, it's gonna be fine basically. And I was like, I'll give that a chance. And then, what was it? Unbroken. Whammy was running Unbroken, and he found a skip for it that Erod didn't do, and he did it, and like it still was way slower because Erod was on a PC. And I'm like, that right there should
The
just be
main
enough.
problem is that PC. If you're gonna make an argument, here's how you make the argument.
versus a BMX or something. Like this is not fair.
Yeah, while you're still playing this, you're still doing the race. I mean, it's still the same race, but you're completely what did you say? You're running on a motorbike and on a horse.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah, you're the PC player's running on a motorbike and this other dude's on a fucking horse. I'm like, what, bro? What's going on, man? It's like, bro, dude. What do you mean,
You're
man? It's a
playing on a
race,
different
man.
platform. Like you're not gonna fucking have like a game that's been remastered, like not separated. Like let's say you're playing like an old game that got remastered on a computer, and then you're gonna run it, on there. Like
Even
when the game
Overwatch.
clearly changed.
Yeah, even Overwatch for some reason has like PC and console difference on their leaderboards,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
which is kind of funny because you would think that game doesn't have that many in terms of server, in terms of connection. It doesn't have that much difference, but it's only mouse and keyboard. But it still has differences in terms of its speed running. And I know how do you speed run
Like
Overwatch?
even
I don't know. I don't know
even the
either.
controls, like even
Yeah,
mouse aim on its own is like
yeah.
such
I don't
noticeable
know.
difference to me that I just
It
don't
is
get why
it
this
is a
even is
huge
an
difference.
argument.
What?
Like
I don't. I
yeah,
mean, they said that I couldn't.
I know I'm
They
not
said. I
giving
mean,
like the best
whenever I
examples, but sorry, go on.
people like that were PC. I don't know what I want to call them.
Elitists?
Zionist. No, that's not the.
Zionist.
I don't know what to call them. PC zealots, right? The PC
Oh
zealots
my
of
gosh.
speedrun.com chilling that say that there should be no difference between console and PC. Are the people that say basically, I gave them an argument that basically said like, Dark Souls. I said like, look at Dark Souls. So you're gonna run the game on PC, right? Because you get faster loading everything, but you're still going to use a controller because a controller is better to control Dark Souls. And anyway, whenever you control your character in Dark Souls, but you're still going to play on PC because of all your loading is just way faster. That you just save so much time from console.
Yeah.
What's important is not what equipment you use, but exactly what is going on in game that is putting you at direct disadvantage, and you're not doing anything gameplay wise to like affect it.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so we're gonna start wrapping this up. I think at some point in the last 5 minutes the recording dropped because it didn't drop, like it's still going, except that you're probably gonna have to splice two clips together, and there's probably gonna be like 1 or 2 minutes of audio missing. That's not a huge deal. Because
Okay.
so I'm just letting you all know now. We're keeping the showboat going, and when we upload it, it's probably gonna be missing some stuff. But
Good, man. That's what it is.
yeah, that's what it's the very first one. I don't expect it to be perfect. But
Of course.
I guess to wrap up, do you anyone want to have like set their opinions on people, or like I don't know how to say it.
Listen, man. I love
Like
I'll do it, man. I know what
resolutions
you mean,
really.
man.
Like, is there any like main message you want to say like before,
Yeah, man.
and like sum it up into like like just basically sum it up.
Yeah.
Everyone
I'll
go
go
through
first.
everybody. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll just go first. Think of the bigger picture whenever you're doing anything. Think ahead. Just think ahead. Think of what everybody's thinking, and then try to give it an opinion based on that. You know, and then try to remain loyal to your morals, to what you learned in life. To what your parents taught you, even in game. Video gamer by the way. Gamer by the way. But yeah, that's really about it for me.
All right. What about you, Llama?
Llama's mic muted.
Oh yeah, Llama's dead. I forgot. Llama, we love you. Llama
Unless
says
eating
hi.
French toast.
Llama, tell me what you want to say, and I'll repeat it.
Yeah, do that.
Llama doesn't have anything to say.
Okay, Llama's an NA. What about Chumyz?
Catch him in Overwatch, baby. Console, by the way.
I don't know, man. Like with all the speedrunning thing, all
It
of
just
that
kind of
happening,
just the problem
like,
is that like
it's a
it just
shame,
kind of
but I don't think it even matters at this point too much because like Destiny has way bigger issues than its speedrunning community, at the moment. So
yeah, but that's what every game. I would say I'm pretty passionate about speedrunning, but the fact that like the speedrunning is just or like the higher tier moderators are just kind of killing it because I think I think this is probably like the way that it currently is. It's just so bad for any new speedrunner to get
I mean, to
in
be fair,
because of how it
many of
is.
us speedrunning kept us, playing the game, even it was like, what do they call it, like content droughts or something, right? Like
Yeah.
even through those, like speedrunning kept it alive. So having
Yeah,
that sorted out would definitely help D2 overall. But
of course, and the movement. Well, yeah.
oh yeah,
Right. What about you,
What about you,
Edwards?
Addy?
I'm making my comeback. You
Soon,
just wait. I'm coming back better, bigger, stronger.
taking
Me
all
and
your
Jazz,
ILs.
me and Jazz are taking over the
Once your
leaderboards.
times
Just
game's
wait.
back, good luck getting your records back.
Oh my gosh.
We're coming back.
If Times Kane was here, you would not have any record.
R.I.P. Just save yourself. I would just quit now. I'm gonna be honest.
Wait now, wait for the comment expansion.
All right. Very well said. I guess for me, hopefully I didn't come off too blunt to anybody. Well, I don't know. Take it however blunt you want it. I'm just trying to be like 100%.
Look, man, we're uncensored.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to like
Fuck
put
Fitch.
you into a put you into a state of suicide, but I feel like there's some things that had to be said. For speedrun.com, I just hope like it's not good now. I don't want anyone saying that it is good, but I think it can get better. And if you make some sort of move to make it better, like one is getting a mod from a different team, an official mod from a different team on your mod roster, I think that would be good for the game. And not being so hostile to everybody. Like I said with Flesh, like I don't think I've ever had a conversation with him, but with the experiences I've had, he just doesn't seem like a nice person to me.
Yo, fuck Zakora.
And integrity.
I don't. Zakora is cool with me, so I'm cool with Zakora.
Oh, fuck him.
I don't like Jukes.
Jukes creeps me out. I remember one time I saw him in some Twitch chat and he was saying some weird shit to me.
Yeah, I had to permaban him from my chat, man. I don't want that burger giving any opinion, man. He doesn't know how to time anything, man.
dude, all the bans we got from like everybody's Twitch chats and stuff, like, what the fuck was that about?
Yeah, man. Make sure you look out for the Euros, baby. We're getting that world's. Leviathan, I guess. Look out for my boys getting that shit real easy, buddy. Next patch. next drop because that's when it
Look,
drops.
You know I don't fuck with you if you've DM'd me and I haven't responded.
That's he's
all
not
I'm
wrong.
saying.
I've heard that before.
If I've responded, you're probably good. You're probably good with me.
But again, oh yeah, one last thing for me. If you want to talk to me, about any things that I've said, if you feel like I misrepresented you, or I've said, or I've put it is the misrepresented, and what do you call that word that you can sue for if someone talks shit to you?
What's it called? Defamation.
Defamated your character or identity, then you can send me a DM on Discord. If you know who I am, I'm in the Destiny Fast Discord. I'm in that. So if you want to hit me up, we can talk it out. All you retards that I called out, you guys know who you are. You guys are all idiots. I don't trust any of you. But yeah.
I got you. All right. That offer to DM him is open, by the way. I'm probably gonna have to. Another thing about Redeem, I've already said like there are some people I don't have a problem with at all that I like, and there are some people that I clearly don't like, and it's mainly like I guess some of them have treated me pretty poorly without interacting with me before. But I completely disagree with the whole team YouTube money thing. And if you try to make an argument that that's not what it is, you're probably brain dead.
You're a sucker.
Yeah,
you're just a sucker, man.
That and I think you've been lying to
argument
yourself
that they make,
for a while.
promise you, man.
Like
we know what it is, man. Like They don't have to lie.
I personally, I don't really have a problem with that, but like when you can tell that a person's entire character has changed for this YouTube shit, it's just funny to me.
Hashtag
Like,
Indica, baby.
Yeah, like that completely.
I was about to say,
I'm not
shout
about
out
that.
Indica. Thanks for the offer, buddy.
That is Indica, man. That is you, Indica. Don't lie, bro. Don't be saying shit. Don't be saying no dumb shit. We don't play around.
So yeah, like that whole mindset, I can't be around because it's just.
Bro, he used to talk
really
shit about
annoying.
everybody in that team, man. God damn it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He changed up real fast, huh? Suckers, dude. Suckers, dude. It's every single time. That's a good note. I think that's a good note to end it.
Yeah, that's pretty much clears on my ties. Same thing with Jazz. If you feel as if I misconstrued you or defamated you, go ahead and DM me and we'll hash it out, bro. Not even hash it out.
We could talk about it.
We'll talk like civil adults, but
yeah, we
if you
can
want
go
to clap
to a
at
chat.
me,
We
I
can
will
talk
clap
about
back.
it. You can even have 3 people to have your backup because I'll roast all of them too.
I don't know about
I feel like that should be the main
I
point.
can do it.
Like, we're open for discussion. Like, it's not like we're just talking shit without, you know.
Yo, DM me
talk
too.
about stuff?
Just say hi. If I respond, I'm cool with you.
Yeah, honestly, same with
Same
me.
thing with Llama. Same thing with Llama. Llama likes people too, but only if you're good at Overwatch or Fortnite.
All right, so I guess
Just don't tweet at me. We don't have internet in Niger, so.
Oh my gosh. The closing notes for all of the listeners. If there is someone that you want on or you yourself want to be on, I guess DM any of us or me, and we'll work something out. We'll have a discussion live. Talk about it uncensored 100%.
Yo, don't forget Adderall Chef. We're taking applications.
Adderall
DM me
TV,
on Twitter.
baby.
And if
I'm 100% serious about this, by the way.
And I guess
Adderall TV.
The very last thing is if you have any questions that you want any of the boys, Adverts, Jazz, Chumyz, or Llama personally want to answer, just comment and we'll answer it first thing in the next episode if there even is one. And that's basically all I gotta say. Guests will pretty much change every week. If there's no guests, then whatever. We'll find somebody that wants to talk to us.
True.
And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Okay.
All right. Anyone does what's his name? Llama have any like final
What, dude?
revelations?
Just do an outro, man. What are you doing, bro?
Okay. Bye. Say bye, everybody.
Yo, remember to stay hydrated.
I'll see you, man. Stay safe.